often that you get to see the Chief Minister of a state walking all his or her way to office. But then, this is Meghalaya, also known as Scotland of the East, where staying fit is very much part of tradition and culture. And today, we are with Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma, who has taken a pledge to walk from his official residence to his office every Wednesday and urges everyone to do the same. So, sir, how has this walking experience been so far, and how much kilos have you lost?
No, I think I won't answer the second part of the question. But I think it's it's something that I enjoy doing. So it's not really, in any way I'm trying to, make a kind of an official program out of this. It's just something I enjoy doing. I like walking a lot. And but when I mix that with a message to the people, I think it becomes kind of a powerful message and powerful way of communicating, which is leading by example. And this is a program that I've put on upon myself to do, that I'll walk every Wednesday to office. And the purpose, as I said, is multiple. Number one, health. Obviously, it's important to walk and be fit. Prime Minister's Fit India movement. Number two, obviously, it also means decongestion for the state and for the city. Number three, it's also ensuring that environmental aspects will looked at, the lesser CO2 emission will be there. So I think these multiple factors come into being, and that is the purpose behind doing this. And my whole idea is to urge everybody to walk to office. And if you do, if every individual, can you imagine walking to office on a Wednesday, there won't be any traffic jam in Shillong, and we'll have a healthier Shillong. So that's really the idea.
Okay, now, what is your definition of fitness, and like talking about the initiatives like Fit India movement? Do you really think that initiatives like these can have an impact?
Sure. Yeah, I think this whole idea is for Fit India. Of course, everybody has their definition for fitness. For me, fitness is really about an individual lifestyle. I think it's important to have a good lifestyle, so that you can be healthy. It's not about losing weight, as you had mentioned in the beginning, but that comes along with it. But I think it's about being healthy, having a healthy mind, healthy body, and obviously a healthy spirit also. So I think it's all of that put together is what really fit being, it means to me. Okay. So that's what it is.
Now, so far, have you received any feedback or report, that this exemplary act of yours has had an impact on anybody in the state or the region so far?
I think many people. I think if you ask a lot of people, they also would like to walk. But sometimes they just feel it's strange to walk, because they say that, how can I just walk in the middle of the road? So I think, when I, as Chief Minister, start walking, then others also feel that, well, if he can walk, then so can I. So I think it really breaks that kind of, the consciousness that comes out in people's mind. It really allows them to feel comfortable with this whole concept. So last time I was seeing some college teachers, so they were clicked a selfie and sent it to me, and then they said, we're walking to the office on Wednesday. So like that, I've had many other people, thousands in fact of people who have, of course, congratulated me also. But more importantly, many have also decided to walk. And in fact, you see, this is not that, I'm starting this. Many people do this before me.
Okay.
It's not that, it's not being done. There are many officers in my secretariat whom I know who always walk to office, or at least go back walking. If I'm not wrong, if you were to ask the Speaker of the Assembly, he also walks sometimes, to office or back from office to his house. So it's not that it's something that I'm starting new. It has been happening. Others have been doing it. It's just that I started it, and maybe on social media it was something that was picked up. But as I said, it's not something new. Many people do it, and maybe I started following them, I should say. So that's how it is.
Now, apart from this, what are the other ways that a political leader or a senior official can do to promote a healthy lifestyle? Now, if you remember, I think you've heard about Ram Singh, right? Mm-hmm. So what do you think, other ways that anyone can do?
Yeah, I think these are examples that other officials also are putting, and which said correctly that we have Mr. Ram Singh also, who also walks a lot, and he goes to different locations, and he, in fact, during holidays he goes and he walks to tourist destinations also. So yes, these are messages that individuals can give. But apart from that, also, messages like for the environment you can give by ensuring that you stop using plastic in your office. You see, these are things you could do by setting examples in your office. So if you come to my office, for example, you will not find any plastic. No plastic bottles, no plastic files. So we really avoid these kind of things. Apart from that, from a health perspective point of view also, there are other things also, the kind of food you eat. So I think it's important to also ensure that, uh, you know, uh, eating habits and all also something that one can lead by showing and ensuring that you eat healthy. So I think we all know that eating is a very important part of many.
Now, since we know the job profile of a chief minister is very hectic and demanding, so apart from walking, how do you keep yourself mentally and physically fit?
Well, I think as I was mentioning to you earlier, uh, eating is a very important part.
Absolutely.
So your diet is very important. So I ensure that my diet is proper, and we eat on time. I think that's very important, and the right quantity is important. So I think eating is one, diet is one very important part. Another important part is really to always remember time management. So mentally, for mental, I think overall, you can say freshness and mental health, and even the spiritual health. I think time management is critical. Why I say that is because we sometimes feel that we stay in office for 12 hours, 15 hours, and we feel we're working a lot. But you could be staying there for 15 hours and doing nothing.
Yeah.
So I think it's important that one should remember and realize that even the 7 hours or 8 hours they spend, let it be very, very productive.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's very critical. So if time management is critical, and I think if you manage your time well, I think all the other aspects will follow.
Okay. Now, in recent times, you've seen Northeast India. We've been blessed with, some of the most active and fittest political leaders like Kiran Rijeju. Then you have Pema Khandu. Then you have Himanta Biswa, and now you. So, are we looking at some active politics in the region in the coming, in the months and days to come?
In active politics, in the sense,
like active in sports, and then you have this walking to work and promoting a lot of physical health.
Right. Yeah, so I think it's yes, it is a trend that is there, but I don't think one should look at it from really trying to like the political, maybe the group trying to create a trend or something. It's really something that we always used to do, enjoy doing it, and somehow we're trying to link what we enjoy doing to something that will help society as a whole, and using our, of course, political position that we have, really spread the message, a positive message around. So yes, you're right. Being active is good, and I think political leaders coming in the forefront and leading by example is a good message for the people.
Okay, and now to curb pollution and then a lot of this talks on climate change, do you think like an initiative like the Odd Even can be implemented in our state?
Well, Odd Even, of course, in Delhi was done by one of the states. A lot of debate has been there, whether it's helpful or not helpful, whether the fact that you're stopping half the vehicles, does it really make up for the kind of inconvenience that the people have to go through? So it's an aspect we have to look at. But yes, it was the idea. We have to take some decisions and move ahead with it. So that's what Delhi did. But I think in terms of Shillong or our location, we still have to examine how this will affect the normal day-to-day functioning of the state. So it's not something that I would be able to comment on right now. But overall, yes, there are steps that need to be taken. We are trying to balance out between keeping the entire traffic issue in mind and the pollution issue in mind, balancing it out with the inconvenience that people might have. So at the moment we're trying to cause minimum inconvenience to the people. I know traffic itself is inconvenience, but then if you start doing odd and even, it will really stop people from not being able to move freely. So what we're trying to do is we are trying to motivate people that they themselves should realize this and use the vehicle as less as possible, the way I'm doing today. So it's an issue, it's a problem, but I don't know whether odd even is the answer for it right now, for sure.
Okay, and lastly, what is going to be your first reaction after this meaningful walk that you've had?
Well, as I said, it's become part of my normal weekly routine.
Okay.
As I enjoy it. If given a chance, I would do it much more often. It's just that my schedules are slightly more tight, and so it's not possible for me to do it all the time. But then I enjoy it. It's a relaxing time for me, and I again encourage others also to do it. And I'm sure that when I go back to office now, when I reach office now, because of this walk that I've had, it will also make me mentally more fresh and active, and hopefully more productive in the office.
Okay, thank you so much for speaking to EastMojo.
Thank you.
Well, you see there, the Chief Minister has clearly said that walking to work every day or alternate days is not about losing weight, but it's about staying fit. This is Princess Rasha reporting for EastMojo for Meghalaya.
If you want authentic stories from Northeast India, please support EastMojo by subscribing to our channel and also click the link in description to follow us on social media.